Sagittarius part of the body ruled by Sagittarius. The sign of Sagittarius rules the hips, the thighs, and the liver. In human anatomy, the hips and thighs represent locomotion and volition, and it should not be surprising that most Sagittarians are active people who love freedom, fresh air, sunshine, and the great outdoors. Physical activity is a must. They will stagnate and become ill if they don't get enough exercise. Both men and women tend to have long, well-shaped legs. Sagittarians are graceful, coordinated, and well-developed and are often described as having a buoyant walk. Indeed, walking is their favorite form of relaxation and exercise. Though usually lean and slender in their early years, they have a tendency to put on weight as they get older. In Sagittarian women, the weight unfortunately seems to settle on the hips and thighs. Sagittarians are likely to incur injuries and ailments of the hips and thighs. The upper legs are the first part of the body to tire and weaken when Sagittarians are under strain. They often have chronic aches in the hips and thighs, and are very susceptible to fractures, sprains, and bruising in this area. They are vulnerable to sciatica, gout, hip disease, and sometimes lameness. Sagittarius's ruling planet Jupiter governs the liver. In addition, recent astrologers have traced Jupiter's influence on the pituitary gland. The pituitary, known as the master gland, regulates hormone production and physical growth. Sagittarians tend to have an active, sensitive liver that instantly suffers from overuse of alcohol. They are also susceptible to hepatitis. With a minimum amount of care, however, they enjoy long, healthy lives. There are more octogenarians who were born under Sagittarius than under any other sign. Diet and health tips for Sagittarius. Proper diet is important for on-the-go Sagittarians. A poor diet heavy in fats, starches, and alcohol places an extra burden on Sagittarius's sensitive liver and makes it harder for them to sustain a high energy level. Sagittarius's cell salt is silica, which strengthens the nervous system, keeps the connective brain tissue healthy, and prevents numbness in fingers, legs, and feet. Deficiency of this mineral results in lank hair, dull skin, and sores and receding of the gums. Best sources for the silica that Sagittarians need are the skins of fruits and vegetables, raw salads, green peppers, figs, prunes, strawberries, pears, apples, potatoes, oats, the husks of grains, whole grain cereals, and egg yolk. Foods that particularly do not agree with Sagittarius are fats, gravies, cream, butter, candy, and chocolate. They should go very easy on alcoholic beverages, to avoid damage not only to the liver but also to the skin, which coarsens and ages under the effects of liquor. To keep their weight at optimum level, Sagittarians should eat a high-protein diet, with lots of broiled poultry and fish, fresh vegetables and fruit, such as Brussels sprouts, beets, tomatoes, asparagus, plums, cherries, oranges, and lemons, eggs, skim milk, yogurt, brown rice, and whole wheat. Sagittarius people need constant mental stimulation, which can lead them to overwork and overplay. More than most people, Sagittarians have to have recreation and exercise. But moderation is the key word. They should avoid the blistering effects of sun and wind, for their skin is meant to be quite thin and tender. Other good tips: they should drink lots of pure water, avoid smoking tobacco, which constricts blood vessels, eat 4 many meals a day rather than 3 large ones, and be careful when walking, riding, or participating in sports. Injuries to the hips and thighs are common among people born under this sign. In general, Sagittarians are healthy and optimistic, recuperate quickly from illness, and keep their good looks and sparkling smiles well into old age. Sagittarius's erogenous zone. The hips and thighs are special erotic areas for Sagittarians. They like to be touched and caressed in these places. Both male and female enjoy kisses, nibbles and delicate fingering along the inside of the thighs and around the hips. Try giving Sagittarius a rub down of the upper legs with warm body oil. He or she is sure to find it sexually arousing. Use circular motions on the hips and vertical strokes on the thighs. Another erotic massage technique is to begin stroking the outside of Sagittarius's thighs with 4 fingers while exploring the inside of the thighs with your thumbs. Stroke upward toward the genitals. Then stroke the inside of the thighs with the palm of your hand. Switch to using fingertips or fingernails and just barely touch the skin. Stroke upward along the inner thigh so that your fingertips touch the thighs and your knuckles brush against the genitals. By this time erotic sensations are shooting up the spine of your Sagittarius.